Hi, Katherine.
Hello.
We are so morning to you. We are so happy to have you here. Thank you for coming.
But second time to always come here is a pleasure.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we are so happy to have you. We know you as a partner of Akaba, but today you're here as an author.
Yes.
Introduce yourself.
All right. Thank you. I'm Katherine Silva, the author of Bubbles and Mr. Toad, and I am also a mother, a wife, and an ambassador to many charities.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So you have the first book. This is the first book?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So Bubbles and Mr. Toad, tell us, when did you start writing? How did you come about writing? Yeah.
It's an interesting story. As authors, we never believe before we call ourselves authors that we can write. And I've always, jotted something somewhere. And more than 10 years ago, I drafted Bubbles and Mr. Toad. And then I shelved it somewhere.
Yeah.
And then we were home during COVID and looking for things to do. And maybe I shelved it somewhere because I didn't believe in as much as what I have written. Yeah. Or maybe it wouldn't be approved, or maybe I need a special qualification or status to be an author. But my mom, thankfully, reminded me. Because mothers, they believe in their children.
Absolutely.
So she reminded me that, hey, where's that book you've written? You need to finish and put it out there. And I'm thinking, are you sure? And she's like, oh, she was sure I'll do a great job. Yeah. Just like that. Wow. And so with the reminder, I went back. I thought, okay, let me look at this. The mom really believes in me.
Yes.
I went back. I also prayed about it. And I started and found someone who can illustrate, and it just went on smoothly. And that's how I started as an author.
The power of a mother. So you can never be old enough for your parents. You will always be your parents' child. I agree. And we thank God for your mom.
I agree.
So so you wrote 10 years back. Then you published during COVID. You're saying COVID it was a pandemic, but it also brought other things, good things out of it, despite the challenges. What would you say was your greatest challenge?
My greatest challenge was believing in the work that I had done. And I think within Kenya was to get a publisher, to get an illustrator, to get guidance on how to get published. You're totally lost as an author in that area. And that's why I think organizations like what CLC does makes a difference, because you're there to now give feedback and to guide with authors starting from scratch and publishing. And that's the biggest challenge for me, and I think for most authors. Yes.
What was your highlight, your best moment in your authorship journey?
Oh gosh. I've had quite a few. It also includes recognition from being nominated with CLC for the Akaba Awards. I take this book and go and read to children at homes in the same direction of where I mentor. And there's a home that I went to read in, and it's teenage girls who are survivors of gender-based violence. And so we were having a session, and I was reading this, that, and we were reading together. And there's a point in the book that excited me, brought in the child in me, when the main character Bubbles leaps for what she believes in, or shows a moment of braveness. And all the girls, I was busy reading out but looking down, they clapped with excitement, like they were watching a movie, and the book touched them. And it touched me. It touched me because that was a genuine reaction to what I wanted the book to do.
So tell us, what's the message of the book?
So Bubbles and Mr. Toad, the idea originated when I hear us speak about children and say, the children these days are not good, watoto wa siku hizi, they are like this, they don't have the values we had before. And I think, okay, yes, it's true, the world has changed, but what are we doing about it? And I thought, let me write books that will teach children the values we feel they should be taught, or we stopped teaching them. And that's how Bubbles and Mr. Toad came about. And I used a cat as a character because children are more drawn to something cute. And so they would be drawn to Bubbles. And so Bubbles and Mr. Toad teaches many lessons, but teaches you to be brave and to also be kind at the same time.
Wow, wow, amazing. You know, there's something you're saying there that, you know, we keep on, it's like we pass the blame to other people. So children of these days, but we are the mothers of these children. We are the fathers of these children.
They are ours.
I mean, we are aunties, we are uncles. And so what are you doing to nullify that, saying that, you know, children of these days, because they are our children, they live in our society. Awesome. So now for someone who is starting, they have the idea, maybe they've written something, what word of advice would you give them? You can look at that camera, tell them something. If you're a budding author, or you're just someone who scribbles something and you feel there's a message, first be encouraged, pray about it, be proud of what you have, and reach out to where you can be guided. And for sure, because I've now met CLC team, reach out to them. They are the ones who can guide you on how to get your book out. Awesome. Thank you so much. We look forward to more. We would want to put together, you know, our books from Akaba, you know, for children, and we just have those reading sessions. Maybe we go digital so we can reach as many children. And so I look forward to, you know, other sessions where we can come and read for children and, you know, tell them we have all these amazing books like Bubbles and Mr. Toad, and be able to pass these values that we want to pass.
That would be exciting.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
All right.